Oh, hello there, lovely one. Welcome back. It's nice to see you again. I'm so happy you decided to stop by today. I have a very fun idea for you. You see, there's something amongst my friends that I'm known for. In fact, one could almost say it's my calling card, one of the two that I have. Yes. It's something that gives me plenty of pleasure to give to others, and I do hope that you'll enjoy it just as much as I do, if not more. But yes, let me tell you about it so that way you know the path that we will travel down. The thing that I'm known for is putting eggs inside of others, indeed a hypnotic trance, where you can be full of eggs, large or small, as many as you could ever want, whether that's one large, big one that grows, or many small ones that continually multiply. Ooh. Doesn't that just sound so exquisite? No, I'm not sorry. You can groan if you want to. That's perfectly fine. But yes, let's talk about how we'll get there. First, we'll start with the induction. That's the part where I gently help you down. We're going to go ahead and do that by relaxing today. After all, that's such a nice way of doing it. And when you're relaxed and when you're down in such a wonderful position, then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and instill the trigger. We'll make it so that way you decide whether or not it's one large egg, a group of eggs, an egg for every time the trigger is said, or perhaps just an exponential growth of eggs, a multiplicity. Yes. We'll give you a way of laying those eggs too. Because after all, if you have the eggs, then so too must the eggs be removed. And we'll make that a very pleasurable experience for you. Yes. We're gonna go ahead and imbue feelings of care, motherliness, fullness. We're going to make sure that you are safe, that no matter how many eggs there are, there will never be any pain, and you will always be able to accommodate more. You might get a little encumbered, but never to the point where you won't be able to move. Unless that's what you desire. And when you lay, there will only ever be pleasure. No matter how many eggs or how large it is, it will only ever be a wonderful experience for you. Truly, some might even say orgasmic. That is a powerful word right there, don't you think? I can feel the excitement radiating off of you. I'm excited too. Now, sweet one, you've had time to settle in. You know how this works. Or at least I hope you do. Get nice and comfy. Press down. Make sure you're in a good spot. Get all your wiggles out. Don't worry if you have to wiggle while we're doing this. Because the more comfortable you are, the better off you'll be. And the more deeply this will take. And after all, The more powerful this is, the deeper you go, the more wonderful an experience it will be. Now, lovely one, let's go ahead and begin, shall we? For me, if you don't mind, go ahead and squeeze your toes. I'll do it with you. Squeeze them as tight as you can. Almost to the point where it begins to truly hurt just a little bit. And then release, let go. Feel how those toes gently begin to tingle, the pressure easing, the stress, that release, that relaxing sensation. Yes. Now take that relaxing sensation and push it through the arch of your foot, over the top of it, into your heels, letting it gently glide its way through. That's right. Good job. Now, sweet one, continue to let that sensation rise. Continue to let it pull its way up your legs, over those calves. And as it does, let the feeling gently push away the stress. That's right, all that tension inside your calf, all the hard work of carrying your body to and fro today, simply fading away, whether that's in your chair, or in your bed, or wherever you might be. Yes, feel how the draw of relaxing helps to soothe those muscles into that wonderful space. Now, spread that feeling up, if you don't mind, up to the calf, up to the thigh, over those hips, across your waist, both back and front. Yes, and as you relax, as you let your body release all that tension, as you feel it falling away from you, oozing out of you, being guided and drawn and slowly pulled in such a gentle way, let the mind begin to relax as well. Yes. Like a pool of water, so busy like the ocean, slowly losing all that momentum as those waves lap across the edges of the mind, letting those choppy waters gently become more and more still, letting it all just softly fade away. And as those waters become more and more still, smoothing over the hard edges of those waves, becoming soft, gentle, slow ripples, smoothing slower and slower, till they too become quite invisible. The still surface, a reflection of what's to come underneath. And as that still surface gently lays, so too can you feel the stillness inside your belly, gently rising as you release all that tension, as the worries of the day fade from mind, as you give in to settling in so very comfortably. letting thoughts become so still that even those once choppy waters become a mirror of perfect clarity. Let that perfectly still state reflect in just how relaxed you are. Now, you can still move if you need to, if you want to, if the desire is there. But right now, with me here, it's so much easier to just be still and be where you are. And to give in so very willingly. You're doing so very good. Thank you. Truly, I do appreciate you. Now, lovely one, let that soothing wash of sensation gently rise up your chest, over your shoulders, and down your arms into the very hands that you have. Good. Feel how it's so wonderful, so relaxed that you simply don't wish to move. Nice, isn't it? Yes. But we can go further. We can make it better. We can enjoy ourselves even more. Yes. Now, those still waters can be even more still. See how the surface is a perfect reflection. Now feel the waters down underneath become aware of the soft currents of thought that hide just beyond consciousness and guide them to diffuse, to slow, to gradually, gently ease more and more, deeper and deeper, letting thoughts stop slowly, letting ideas gently fade, letting everything come to a crawl as you simply breathe in that gentle, new, blank, refreshing feeling, and breathe out the old, unwanted tension of the day. Good. You're doing so perfectly. You must be rather deep now, but let's go deeper still. Don't worry, I'll take you there. We'll go together. Follow my lead. Don't worry, it's safe here. Now, let that relaxing sensation push up over your neck, against your cheeks, over your eyes. Feel how those eyes become so very heavy, how they feel like they weigh so very much. Oh, truly, if you tried to open them, you wouldn't be able to. But this is nice, isn't it? So very nice. Yes. Let that relaxation push over your ears as my voice massages the soft, sweet sounds within, and then let it creep over the top of your head. And there you can feel the relaxation beginning to pour into the mind, pressing about your thoughts, pressing about your consciousness, pushing down deeper and deeper and deeper. Let it press to the very core of who you are, and feel your heart slow gently to match that wonderful relaxed state that you're in. Good. So perfect. Now, think this for me. I can always go deeper. Yes. I can always go deeper. Good. In with the new, out with the you. I can always go deeper. Breathing in the new and breathing out the you. I can always go deeper. Breathing in the new and breathing out the you. I can always go deeper. Good. Such a perfect, wonderful place to be. You're so great at this. It makes me so happy to see. Now, lovely one, let's go ahead and get to that which we're here for. Yes, those eggs. You know why we're here. You wanted this trigger. So let's make a place for it in the mind. Safe and sound. Hedge it up. Make it so very powerful a place to be. Give it the energy it needs to thrive. The trigger phrase is egg heavy. Such an easy phrase to remember. Egg heavy. That's the trigger phrase. This trigger will activate for anyone that you want it to activate for. It will be a very wonderful thing to feel too, because every time this trigger phrase is said, egg heavy, you will feel an egg gently press itself into your belly from within, growing from nothingness. Now, let's go ahead and modify this a bit if you wish. Choose now from these options one egg that grows larger and larger and larger every time egg heavy is said. 1 to 3 eggs every time egg heavy is said. Or eggs that multiply by 2 each time egg heavy is said. These eggs can be as big or small as you want. They can be the size of little wonderful chicken eggs or quail eggs, so very itty bitty. They can be the size of big, heavy ostrich eggs. So full, so satisfying. Or they can be even bigger, like dragon eggs. For those of you that truly want to have that satisfying, overwhelming, full sensation. Yes. Choose now or set an egg size that you prefer. Good. Thank you for being so willing to comply. Now, sweet one, now that we have that trigger set up, here's what will happen every time that trigger activates. You will feel the weight of those eggs, big or small as you have chosen, settle into your belly. And they will be there, whether that's your womb, your stomach, or that wonderful empty space within that you've made a place for them. They'll settle in such a sweet way, gently clicking together if there's multiple, or just feeling that wonderful texture if it's one large one. Or perhaps you'll just feel the individual shape press itself there, sitting like a small weight inside of you. Oh, it's such a pleasant sensation. It's warm, gentle. It makes you feel good inside. Almost motherly, one would say, like a mother hen, satisfied with the fact that she's so productive, or satisfied with the fact that you're carrying something so grand. Yes, this warmth will grow with the number of eggs or the size of the egg inside of you. You will feel more and more satisfied, more and more happy, more and more pleasured, more and more heavy with each iteration of egg heavy. In fact, should the eggs grow more and more, should they multiply, should there be so many inside of you, you will begin to feel like you yourself are stretching, like your belly is growing almost heavy with that wonderful sensation, pushing out, showing the many eggs that you have, whether that's a smooth roundness or the many definitions of the eggs inside of you, or perhaps just a flat belly that only you know. Now, lovely one, decide which one is right for you now. Take your moment. Good. Know that no matter how many times egg heavy is said, no matter how many eggs are inside of you, you will always be able to carry them comfortably. They will always bring you a great deal of pleasure and satisfaction. And even though you might feel heavy, even though you might feel like you're being pulled forward just a little bit, you will be able to walk normally, even though you perceive that you are a little encumbered with that grand belly and the added weight. Such a pleasant thought, isn't it? being able to feel all those eggs, or the big one, simply shift as you walk around. Ah, so lovely indeed. It makes me so happy that you wanted this. Now, sweet one, here comes the fun. The trigger to remove the eggs is lay for me. Yes, lay for me is the trigger that will cause these eggs to gently move down to position themselves against that wonderful exit, whether that exit be fictional within your tail, whether that exit be down where it should be between your legs, whether that's from your backside or your womb, from your belly, your tail, or any other place. Yes, any other place, including there. And when the phrase lay for me is spoken, whether it's from your tail, from your tender derriere, from that wonderful womb down that lush passage, or from your very own ovipositor, or perhaps your cock, and I'll let you decide which one it will be at your discretion. Do so now. You will feel those eggs move. You will feel them stretch you. You will feel them shift and gently roll egg after egg, one at a time, every time lay for me is said. And it will be a wonderful sensation. And those that decided to have one large egg will feel the egg stretch them magically, pleasurably, perfectly, sweetly, orgasmically. You will feel pleasure as the egg shifts slowly, gently rolling down through that passage, pushing it wider and open more, bit by bit, until it makes room enough to crest and then to vacate your body. For those that chose many eggs, you will feel that egg press down, one after another, each time it is said. Yes, time and time again, egg after egg, lining up in a wonderful trail as it lays again and again and again. You'll feel the stretch, the contours, the pleasure, the bliss as it reaches and reaches and grows into ever more wonderful sensations. And for those of you that decided on a multiplicity of eggs, you will lay eggs almost uncontrollably in quick succession, allowing all those eggs a quick, powerful, orgasmic escape that simply stimulates you over and over again. It'll feel so magical and pleasurable how fast they simply push from you, how quickly and vibrantly they slide one after another, stretching again and again. And no matter which one you chose, which orifice you lay from, no matter how large, small, or many the eggs are, the pleasure will build, it will grow, it will increase. You will feel it rush through your body to the edges of your fingers, the top of your head, the tips of your toes from your very core, then rebound back again, only to push out once more and double in strength, and then push back into the core again in a wave of delight and bliss. And every time the phrase egg heavy is said, you will feel more eggs line up to be laid, only for you to have the phrase lay for me said, where the pleasure will grow even more exponentially. And it will feel so vibrant, so lively, so exquisite, that you will feel the same pleasure, the same bliss, the same wonderful, exquisite, satisfying release of orgasm through your body again and again, and it will feel like the best orgasm you've had in weeks, months, maybe even years. Let this trigger hold a great and wonderful and powerful position in your heart. Lay for me. So wonderful. Now, sweet one, you're in charge of who has access to these two triggers. Set those people now. Who do you want to be able to say egg heavy and activate the trigger? Good. And who do you want to be able to say lay for me and activate that trigger? Good. Now, lovely one, let's begin to rise, knowing that after you lay, any time after you lay, you will feel satisfied, you will feel happy, you will feel a resounding warmth, a motherly glow, much like when you held the eggs, but even so much more profound after you lay. It's such a wonderful sensation. Now we count you up. 10. Remembering the trigger egg heavy and how it fills you with your desired egg or eggs, and how it affects you each time it is said, whether that's growing more, growing one bigger, or multiplying what's already inside. Remembering the trigger lay for me, and how it will press you into a more wonderful spot, laying those eggs, no matter how big or small, no matter how quick or slow, that you have set for yourself. 9. Knowing that when egg heavy is said, you will feel that warm motherly pleasure, that warm sensation of satisfaction holding those eggs. You will feel a delight in having them. 8. Knowing that when lay for me is said, you will feel the pleasure, and you will feel so happy having lain those eggs. 7. Knowing that you will carry that pleasure for an hour afterwards, each and every time you lay for me. 6. Feeling more and more wonderful as you begin to rise. 5. Feeling satisfied and happy with this trigger. 4. Knowing that this trigger is a wonderful gift and can only work in areas that you want it to work, so long as it will not cause you any kind of social distress or any kind of issue in indulging them. 3. Letting the mind lift moment by moment. 2. Clearing away the still waters, 1, letting your thoughts return and eyes open. 0, fully awake, fully aware. Stretch for me, please. Thank you. Good, good, good. I appreciate you listening to me again. You're so kind. You're so wonderful. Truly, it's a pleasure to have you each and every time. And to warble lightly in your ears and to tease your mind with such lascivious thoughts. Now, lovely one, please do enjoy this trigger. If you've made it so that way I can activate it, then let me tell you that you are now currently egg heavy. Egg heavy. Egg heavy for me. Good. Good, good. It's so pleasant to see how it affects you. But here, let's go ahead and fix that, shall we? We can't leave you like that forever. No. Lay for me. Yes. Oh, give in to it. Lay for me. Lay for me. So sweet, so wonderful. Oh, you've made me so happy. Thank you. Now, sweet one, go have fun with that trigger. Go enjoy. It's meant for pleasure's sake, after all. And as always, I appreciate you coming here. You did so well today, so perfect for me. Please do remember to return my way. I'm always eager to show you something new, to whisper in your ear and to tease you, to renew your delights. So, visit me again sometime. I'll try to have something fun, pleasant, maybe something a little calming next time for you. Thank you for stopping by. Try not to let your legs shake too much when you play with that trigger. Egg heavy. Lay for me. Oh, I'm sorry, I just couldn't resist. It's far too much fun. But alas, it's time for me to let you go. Bye-bye, my sweet one. You have a wonderful day and a most pleasant afternoon. I hope that next time I can find you well. Goodbye.